What's going on, people? Welcome to 137 Works, and today we're going to do another beat making video. I made one, Jesus, probably half a year ago now at this point, where it's just basically old school hip hop beat making, lo-fi, low-bap, whatever you want to call it. Buying records at charity shops or acquiring them from wherever I might be able to get them, chopping up the samples, adding some drums, adding some bass, adding some cuts and some extra sounds and stuff like that, and just making a little beat over the course of an hour or so, condensed obviously into this video. Previously I did Mexican Brass, I think was the name of the album, was the name of the record that I found, and it was like a Herb Alpert type thing where it's like, you know, cringy, cheesy Mexican brass sounds, like quite literally something like that. Yeah, but I happened to find a cool little loop that had a little kind of funk to it, and I made a beat out of that. If you didn't see that, I'll leave like a card somewhere on the screen and a link in the description to go check that out. But this time, as you've seen, I've amassed quite a collection of records at this point. My granddad, who passed away 10 years ago, I think it was 2013, he, it turns out, this whole time had a big collection of all, like, particularly Irish musicians. I'd say about 100, I've never actually counted, but like a good solid 50 to 100 records that have just been sitting up in his house where my uncle moved in afterwards. And yeah, but just I went and picked those up. So I've got the big stack back there, as you've probably seen from the little intro clip. All the records on the bottom pile are the ones from my granddad. All the ones in the top left of the IKEA Kallax shelf thing that I have here, they're all the ones that I bought myself in charity shops and stuff like that in the meantime. But yeah, I just had another granddad come through, my granddad who hasn't passed away on my mum's side. We were over visiting today, and it just happened to come up, and he happened to be like, yeah, I've got like hundreds of records out in the shed that I've been trying to, like, they've just been sitting here gathering dust. So he gave me the first little pile. So that first pile that I randomly picked out from, that was just the first little box that he gave me, and was like, yeah, there's a bunch there, come back during the week and I'll dig out a bunch of the rest of them for you. So basically, yeah, that's where that record, the record that you're about to hear, comes from. I literally just dug in, picked a random record, and the message of this video is sample everything. Too often when whether I'm watching like YouTubers like Cooking Soul or Marlo Diggs or Accurate Beats or whoever it might be, Ryan Makes Beats, I think is another fellow that was subscribed to, or even Mass Appeal's Rhythm Roulette, which is a very famous series doing this sort of thing, where they have a producer, beat maker, go into a record store, pick out 3 records while blindfolded, and try to make a beat over whatever's on there. They will still go and tend to be like, okay, blindfold me and then put me in front of the soul, but blindfold me and put me in front of the jazz section. A lot of the times in those records, or in those videos rather, the way I'm doing it, basically, it's like Rhythm Roulette. Essentially, I'm at the whim of whatever's in the charity shop that day, or whatever is in my granddad's pile, or whatever's in my other granddad's pile of records. Whatever comes out is what I find. Obviously, being in Ireland, we have a lot of specific Irish artists and stuff like that you might not find it elsewhere around the world, so it gives you the possibility to find some little weird different stuff, although it is always the same. It's always James Last, it's always orchestral stuff, it's always like it's the one thing that I've noticed. It's like everybody in the 70s in Ireland, that generation that was buying records, that have like obviously must have recently passed and had their family donate these records to these charity shops, they were all listening to the same like 2 genres, like 10 artists. Like, it's the weirdest thing. Yeah, that's basically that's the journey that I've been on with it, and what it's taught me has, as I said, sample everything. Don't just go into a record shop and stand in front of the soul section or the funk section or the jazz section or whatever it might be. Literally just go to a section that you wouldn't even think of. Like, again, in my case, this one was some weird like pop collection. Like, I don't have the hand now after putting it back in the crate after I made the beat, but yeah, like just whatever. Like, you'll find snippets of something. Now, you might say the beat is goofy when you hear it. Like, it's probably like a bit of a silly, goofy type beat as opposed to the jazzy kind of stuff. But you can find stuff on everything, and it's just something that's been in my head for this whole year as I've been doing this. I think I started doing this back in like January or February when I first got into this buying records, beat making kind of stuff. It's just the one message that I wanted to get across before we get into the actual video, is to just, if you're a producer, beat maker, crate digger, or whatever that watching this, sample everything. Go to your charity shop over the weekend. It's Friday as I record this. Go to your charity shop over the weekend. Don't have any preconceived notions. Go to a section that you wouldn't normally go to. Like, I found some great music in like the world music section before, which was just like, again, like random stuff from all over the world that you wouldn't even think to look at, sort of thing. So yeah, that's about it. So I just wanted to put some kind of intro between the little edit at the start and the actual beat making, because I don't record the beat kind of live talking to mic like that. I just basically set my phone up on the stand, hit record, and then just made the beat, chopped up the sample, added the drums from a break and stuff like that, and went from there. So there's no actual commentary or talking over it right like that, or explaining what I'm doing during the process. It's just, let's go. So if that sounds interesting to you, stick around. It should be fun. It came out to be a cool little beat. It's not the beat that I played during the intro. That was another one little idea that I've been messing with. Yeah, that's it. If you enjoy it, please do leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new here. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.
ashamed to be alone.